It's been a real tough competition all across Canada. But luckily, we've got Chris and we've got Keenan, and they know all about competition. This is the Thunderzone. Thunderzone.
Thank you, Tristan. That's right, you guys are lucky. I'm Chris and he's Keenan. Welcome to the Thunderzone. We're going to get right into it. We start off with our fast break segment. That's where we put up 30 seconds on the clock and we cover the most relevant and the most interesting sports topics of the week. So Keenan, we're going to get started with some Toronto Blue Jays news. Tough Game 4 loss. They lost 14-2 at home.
Yeah.
They were able to bounce back in Game 5. How do you explain the Game 4 loss and then the win in Game 5?
Yeah, I know it's crazy to go 4-2 to 7-1,
right.
But I honestly think it was the pitching and the coaching. As you can see, R.A. Dickey started in Game 4, and they recognized his changeup in the first inning. That's how they came out of it 4-0. I think the coach should have taken him out earlier as soon as they recognized the changeup.
So you think that was a mistake starting Dickey?
I mean, debatable. Like, he could have started, but when they recognize the changeup, you got to get him out of there. Or at least he needs to switch up the pitching.
Right.
Anyways, moving on to Game 5. Well, that was just Marco Estrada, game of his career. Unassuming hero, too. But he kept the shutout all the way till the 8th inning.
It's a very impressive performance there, and I really hope that they can take this to a 7th game.
Yeah, we all stay on the bandwagon. Stay on the bandwagon, for sure. Algonquin men's rugby annihilated St. Lawrence 43-7. Damn. Clinching the playoffs, but unable to win on the road. So do you think they can do well?
I think they will be able to do well. I mean, they got a lot of experienced players on this team. You know, I spoke to Liam Burkwood, a key member of the Thunder team. He told me that loss to Trent really shook his guys up and was really a wake-up call for them. So I think that taking the experience from that loss is going to help them move forward in the playoffs and then get that road win, hopefully.
Yeah, you got to be able to win on the road.
Absolutely. It's very key. Very key. Move on to some NHL hockey. Sidney Crosby finally scored his first goal of the season against the Panthers, but it took him a while. What do you think about that?
I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal. I think the media just likes to hype it up because of Sidney Crosby. But, I mean, he's the best player in the game, man.
But, I mean, what about Ovechkin? He's arguably
a good
player. He got his
900th point, but he's got no rings. And Crosby does. It separates the greats from the good ones.
So you're not really worried too much about Crosby's production?
Not too much. I'd be more worried about Phil Kessel coming in and him lighting it up. Because you know Crosby's going to find his groove eventually.
Okay.
Phil Kessel's already got 2 goals, 1 assist in 6 games. No sweat. Moving on, Algonquin women's rugby lost 25-17. Unlike the men's, they will not be making the playoffs this year. You used to be on a losing team. When there's no achievable goals, how do you keep your motivation?
Well, Keenan, you are right about one thing, and that's the fact that the women's Thunder team, they are 0-4, so they will not be in playoff contention. But they have 15 out of 23 first-year players, so, I mean, they need to kind of look to find some confidence going into their second year. You need to really just grab onto something and try and work on little things.
Maybe work on new
strategies
or something.
Yeah, but hopefully they'll have a better season next year.
For sure. We got the last minute of play. This is Novak Djokovic. It's big in the media right now. Is this the best season in tennis we've ever seen?
Absolutely, Keenan. I think that this is the best season on the ATP World Tour. He's won 3 out of 4 Grand Slams here, won Wimbledon, beating Roger Federer in the final. He's won 5 out of the 7 Masters 1000 titles, and his recent win in Shanghai, that was his 13th straight final in 2015. I mean, his movement is unbelievable, as we see in this point right here, and so many others. We all know how mentally and physically he's strong, too, and also set the record. Absolutely, also set the record for most prize money in a season with $16 million. Simply, Keenan, he's just unplayable right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's debatable. He lost to Federer in October.
Yeah, but again, you know, he's not really at that level of Djokovic yet. Djokovic is really in a class of his own for now. I don't think really anybody will be able to beat him.
Well, certainly is in a class of his own. He beat 9 out of the 10 players, top 10 players on his run. But I've been seeing Serena Williams' name is mentioned just as much. Do you think that's the media stirring things up, or do you think she's had debatably a better year than him?
Djokovic definitely has had the better year, for sure. For sure.
Well, that's all the time we have today, folks. Tune into the Jays game tomorrow. We got to keep this bandwagon rolling.
Yep. Until next week, we're on a 168-hour break. We'll see you then.
We're going to take a look at Pinterest, but first, the Angry Art Reviewer. It's been the Thunderzone.